Spread offense for the Mustangs as they have trips receivers to the far side, twin receivers, and a single shotgun work his way forward. Let's see if that was 5 or 4 on the carry. Jake Forrester comes out of the shotgun formation. So Forrester in that formation, they're running the Wildcat. Give him 6 yards on the first carry for Forrester. On his right hip was Zion Richards, the big running back. Richards, 6 foot, 200 pounds. They'll give it to Forrester, who hands it off. They'll hand it off to the outside. Good job by the Cougars to sniff that out. Trips receivers to the right and a single running back to the outside. They throw the little swing pass. Again, the Cougars figured it out. That was another great play by Anderson. It's a huge loss. Reception by Preboy. Cougars stay out of the way. It's going to trickle down all the way to the 30-yard line. Again, Harrington takes the ball outside. He might pass. No, he won't. Harrington. Oh, and he's taken down. And the tackle comes from number 8, Zion Richards. Reception. Cougars trying to get the stop. They can't get there. And on the move is Dennis. Dennis still on the move. He finally gets taken down, but he's deep in Kankakee Valley Cougar territory. So here comes the snap to Forrester. Another man in motion again. They'll hand it off to Preboy. Preboy falls forward, but he didn't get there. It's going to be another direct snap to Forrester. Now Preboy in motion. They're going to hand it off to Preboy. No, Forrester gets there. He didn't get there.
Well, that's just an RPO, and it was 4 down territory. That's why you run it.
And here comes the push forward. I don't think he got there. They're standing him up. I don't think he's got forward progress, and I think the Cougars got the turnover on downs. So here comes the snap. They'll hand it off to Anderson. Anderson gets into the secondary. Anderson fights his way forward, almost to the line to gain. Forward, Coach.
Boy, and this brings all new meaning to the spread formation.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. So now here comes Preboy in motion again. Instead, it'll be a run up the middle for Forrester. Forrester into the secondary. Forrester still on his feet. He's to the midfield stripe. What a nice gain for Forrester. So now they'll hand it off. This time they hand it off to the big man. He fights his way forward. This is what we expected with Richards. Here comes the snap. They're going to hand it again to Richards. Richards comes forward. He gets the requisite 2 yards he needs for the first down. That slot receivers on the left. Here comes Preboy in motion. They fake the handoff. No, they give it to Preboy. Preboy in the secondary. He's taken down by Anderson. Preboy's getting ahead of steam. Forrester keeps the carry himself. Good job by Forrester to fight his way forward for another Munster Mustang first down just outside the red zone at the 28-yard line. Now there's another pass in the flat. This time it is received. Runner comes forward. It's going to be a gain of, it looks like 14. Ortiz gets it. Give him a gain of 14 on that reception. So again, Forrester gets the handoff to Preboy. Preboy still fights his way forward. Preboy working his way through the pile. See what the Mustangs do here. They're just going to go direct snap to Forrester. Forrester fights his way forward. He's close to that first down marker.
He's really close. He's really, really close.
Line call at the 7. So it's going to be a first down. Here comes the Preboy in motion. Preboy gets the ball. He's going to waltz into the end zone for a Munster Mustang touchdown. Flag on the play. So I think this one's coming back. So again, here comes the motion man to Preboy. Forrester keeps it himself. He reads it well. Forrester on the run. Forrester waltzes in the end zone for a Munster Mustangs touchdown. Give him a 14-yard scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Munster Mustangs.
Winds up hitting pay dirt.
So Burns on for the extra point. Snap, kick on the way, and it's good. Out of his foot.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
That's the worst punt we've seen from Kitchen all season long. And a good heads-up play out there by the punt returner, Carter Moore. Ball's on the 36-yard line in a minute and 2 seconds. They'll get it to the outside. Again, it's in the hands of number 10, Preboy. Preboy all the way. Preboy gets down, and he's almost in. So here come the Mustangs back to the line. Now they're going to hand it off to Preboy. That time he got stopped by one of the leading tacklers in the area. That's Van Koistra. They'll hand it off to Richards. Richards fights his way forward. He's trying to get there. Richards falls forward. He's down to the 3-yard line, so give Richards a gain of 7. Again, Forrester has a man in motion. It's Preboy. They hand it to Richards. No, they do not. They go with a jet sweep on the outside. It's a touchdown. It's a reverse.
Well, that was a counter.
I think it was Nolan Smith with the counter.
Yeah, that was a counter. They faked the jet sweep option coming to the near side. It was an overload on the near side, and then the tight end came around on the inside, or at least the person in the slot. It wouldn't surprise me if it was 25, but
yeah, 25 is who I think of, Xavier Rodriguez. Extra point pending. Mustangs extend their lead. Snap, kick, on the way. extra point is good, and it is now 14-0 Munster. Beat it. So here comes that power formation. Flick with the block up front. They give it to Anderson. Anderson's near the yard to gain. This is 4-down territory for the Cougars as they trail by 14.
I'd be shocked if they snap it.
They do snap it. They hand it to Koistra. Koistra gets thrown out in the backfield. Koistra gets smothered under, and that's a very big tackle and a huge mistake. Caleb Moore with the stop, and that's the way our third quarter will end.
Well, you've got Ritchie and Flick and Anderson and Koistra.
Ritchie to the outside. Let's see what they do. They should hand it to Anderson. They do. Anderson fights his way out. Touchdown, Cougars! On to tie the game. Here comes the snap. Deerdorf with the hold. Placement down, kick on the way up, and we are tied.
Exactly what happened during that timeout and the decision to punt, which just was not very well executed.
Here from my regular broadcast partner, Tad Martinson, as the ball's taken at the 15-yard line. It's in the hands of Evan Dennis. Dennis falls forward to the 33-yard line. Now they'll snap the ball again to Forster. They swing it to the outside to Preboy. Who else? Preboy fights his way forward. I don't think he got the line to gain. It was really so Preboy. It's going to be 4th down and a long 2. Forster's looking for the snap. Forster comes forward, and I think he's going to get there. Oh, and he's out in the secondary. Forster still on his feet all the way down to the 21-yard line. Forster gets a gain. So Forster gets the first down, ball in the red zone. There's Preboy to the outside. They're just not going to get there. Nice tackle by Nolan Koistra.
The boundary, and he's awful quick.
Mustangs in no hurry at 6:46. Now there's a bad snap again. Now it's Forster to the outside. Forster makes something out of nothing. How did he get there? 4th down and 5, ball in the 17. Snap coming to Forster. It's again Preboy in motion. They get it to Preboy, and this time
that's what happened.
Going there.
That's what happened.
17 for 18 on the extra points. Call it a 36-yard field goal attempt. The hold will be from Carmen. Ball on the way. Snap, kick, up, and it's good.
Yeah, I was watching him in pregame, and he's got plenty of leg. I would say that they've got to be pretty confident with him up to about 44 or 45 yards.
30 sites from 35. So Trevor Poplowski kicking it from 35 yards for the tie. Snap on the way, hold, kick on the way, and it is no good. It's off to the left. Oh, and they roughed the kicker. I think they roughed the kicker, Coach.
I don't see a flag down, but...
And it is a personal foul, roughing the kicker. Unbelievable.
I think it might be running into.
They ran into the kicker, so they get another opportunity. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
There it is.
Cougars, here's the ball game. 56 seconds on the penalty. And it's the 13th play of this drive. So now the power, Van Koistra's back in the ball game.
Run the same play to the outside.
Timeout's going to be called by Munster. So Munster will take the second snap here. Cougars are standing on defense, and they're not even going to call the timeout. That's going to be our ball game. With the win, the Munster Mustangs will improve their record to 3-6, and with the loss, Kankakee Valley's lost season ends with a record of 1-8. Our final score from Fred Jones Field is the Munster Mustangs 17, the Kankakee Valley Cougars 14.